Good morning, everybody. It is 5:37 on Thursday morning. So I'm back from yesterday evening, and this part has dried nice, and it didn't have a hard, crispy feel to it. So I like that as well. So let's keep going with this. Because this is beginning to get very interesting, and I'm really liking this. So I guess this is going to be called my creepy cloth bag, since the name of this fabric is creepy cloth. My creepy cloth swag bag. Okay, so I was thinking on this last night, so I think I'm going to come in kind of crossways now. Yeah, I think so. So I like how when I doubled up there, it got really thick. It's giving me some good texture there. See the difference between the two? It's giving me some good coverage and some good texture. And that's exactly what I want. And really, for me, I don't mind that some of that red and gold shows through there. I don't mind that at all because my inside is still that red and gold. So if my inside wasn't, I probably would not want that to show at all. Because to me it may clash. But I'm liking it so far, the way that it is. Let me come in this way and kind of double back over it. See, this is what I mean by doubling back over it. And I don't mind to leave this hanging off here. I'll just wrap it, because what I'm finding is wrapping and folding it back onto itself is a really good idea. Okay, just tapping that fabric down in there. See the difference? So you get good coverage when you double it up. So I like that. This project is really fun, y'all. I'm enjoying this, using these uncommon materials. Kind of like special effects, so okay. Let's keep going. Okay. It probably almost wouldn't hurt to have this fabric kind of wet as you're putting it on here, like kind of damp. I pulled that quite a bit a minute ago, so you see all those holes. So I want to close that back in some. See, I'm gonna put it in there. Okay, that's good. And because when I cut the excess off, I put it back in here, so I'm not worried about the overhang at all. So let's see, get this stuff down. Let me turn this down a little bit. I was watching a teaching by Rick Renner, so it's kind of loud. It seems like it's going to pick up if I don't turn it down, so. I'm just trying to fit these videos in whenever and however I can, because I'm trying to be really consistent with bringing you guys something new and staying on top of it. This is a whole new ball game for me, so I'm having to look at this like a job. Well, a calling maybe. I really want to do this project with some people. Have a group of people that want to make some handbags or repurpose some handbags. Maybe they have some things in their closets. Maybe I'll have some things in your closet and you want to kind of update it and give it a new feel and a new look. This is one way to do that. After I was on with you guys yesterday talking about sustainable materials and upcycling materials, I've even seen people upcycle trash into art. I think it's a really cool concept. I think it's a really great idea, because I'm definitely the waste not, want not queen. That's for sure. So I think it's great and it's interesting. So I went in and pulled up some videos to see what people were doing in that genre. And so there's a lady that does fashion from sustainable materials. And she did, and they actually had a sustainable materials fashion week in New York. And she was documenting that. And I thought that was really cool. So it's a thing, guys. Don't think I'm just making up stuff here. It's a thing. Alright. So, really, I think that's going to be as far as I go with this layer on this side. And then I'm going to move to the back side and do some things on the back. But we got to get that covered. Got a glue spot. Okay. So that I'll just wrap over This, though, I'm going to cut off because that's the top part where it opens. So I really should have had the hang off left back there, I guess. So, but I will trim this up. It's a really easy material to work with, so thank God for that. Sticking to my fingers. It's kind of hard to hold the bag up and trim at the same time. So here, I'm just going to make sure that I have this glued down on this end. And I just want it to look neat up here on this, on the edge. So just push that fabric on up into there. That's all you need to do. So I'm stopping to do this now because as I go along, I want those edges to be getting sealed, into the fabric, and with the rest of it into this fabric of the purse. Okay, let's even go back on top right there a little bit. So this is where you want to get all your loose edges and loose fabric anywhere up in here, really tucked in there. I just make it look nice and neat and finished. Slipping out of my hand. You're trying to keep your hand out of the glue part on the front, yet work with the edge. It's kind of crazy. Okay, I got that in. Okay, got that part finished. I want to attempt to work on this back side while it's open like that, since some of that side is wet as well. So let me run my hand up in here and let me just work with one half of this so that things don't get out of hand here. Ooh. Okay, let's wipe that on there. See what I mean? Okay, I think I got that drip controlled. Okay, so now a little fabric glue on top of the Elmer's glue. Okay. Okay, spread that out. See, I like that fabric glue. It's thicker. So it really gives some good grip. Bring it on out to your edge. Put a little bit more. Ooh, this bag is showing me ways to make it even easier to work with it. I'm so glad it'll stand up in all these ways. Just make sure I got some good coverage up here, since I'm going to be wrapping that fabric. That's good. That's good. All right. I'm happy with that. Okay, so let's lay some fabric in there before before it starts to dry on us. First of all, let me wrap this down into it. I'm going to start with some of these scraps I have left. Okay. I hope that y'all, I hope I wasn't smacking on that gum. I had coffee this morning, and sometimes, well, just before it came on, and sometimes I have to put something minty in my mouth behind it because I don't like the aftertaste. So if I have been unintentionally smacking on gum, I'm sorry about that, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to lay it in there kind of heavy now that I know the outcome from working with it on the front. I don't really know that this bag has a front or a back. It all looks the same, so now that I think about it. You know what, I was just thinking I'm going to designate a front because I may put something on there, some kind of an emblem or something, or so yeah, I may put some kind of ornamentation on it for one side to be the front. That may be kind of cute. It may not need anything at all. I'm just brainstorming. I'm just thinking out loud. But if I find something really cool, like I found that Christmas ornament to put on the zipper of the white bag. If I find something cool like that, I'm going to roll with it. As you can see, I switched up glue. And I did that intentionally to show you that you can use the white because it's going to dry clear, as well as the clear because it's going to dry clear. Well, I say I am, but I'll let that glue dry over the top. Okay, I think I got it. Yeah, I got it. And my thought process here is this glue is thicker than the clear. And since I mounted this fabric up this time right out of the box instead of layer by layer, building on it, I want the glue a little bit heavier so that it'll make that lay down. But now this is looking kind of crazy the way I'm doing it. So I probably should have stayed with the layering. I may be getting overzealous here. I'm trying to get so much fabric to lay down at one time. So stick with a method that if it was working, don't be trying to change nothing up. I just feel like sometimes I need to show y'all as much as possible. So let me get some of this glue spread out because I'm almost at 25. So I'll be right back. Okay, I got that on there. Took a lot of more glue, but it's definitely my recommendation that you just put it on there in thinner layers. Don't get overzealous like I just did. I mean, you definitely get the fullness right off of the bat, but no, don't do it. Don't be overzealous. Just take your time, do it layer by layer. That's how I get sometimes. I get anxious about the finish line. Okay, I'm at my 26-minute marker. So I'm going to stop with this layer once I get this on, and I will be back after this dries. Yesterday I put this section on around, I probably started around 3 p.m. I checked it before I went to bed, I think like 8 or 9. I checked about 5 or 6 hours later, and part of it was dry. The other part was still finishing up, but this morning, 5:30, when I come in here to start this, it was ready. Completely, totally dry. So, and it's probably going to take this a minute because I really loaded that glue in there. So, I'm just going to do some thin layers from here on out. Because the drying time doesn't take a lot of time if you just be moderate with your glue. Be modest with your glue. Okay. So this is where I'm going to end this one at. Because that's good. That's thin enough. I can work that on into the glue. Okay, that's great right there. And that's a good stopping place. So, I'm going to stop there and pick back up tomorrow. Leave this laid out like this. But it's going good, guys. It's going great. Okay, so tomorrow, this may be a finished product. So, all right. I will be back with you tomorrow, maybe tomorrow morning. I'll just fill it out and see how it goes. You guys have a great day. Bye.